Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Elite Wrestling World. I am your host GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW Collision post-show review. What a stacked card we have for tonight. Athena versus Maya World semi-final match for the Women's Owen Cup. Also Elite versus the Lethal Twist Trios match. Zack Sabre Jr. in action against Adam Priest. Kris Statlander versus Mina Shirakawa survival of the fittest qualifying match as well. Also Tommaso Ciampa and Jericho face off announced for tonight as well. So loaded card. Let's get dive into it and talk about that. So we started off with the trios match, Bucks and Jack Perry versus the Lethal Twist. Nick Jackson started the match with Blake Christian, and Blake Christian faked a handshake to attack Nick. However, the Bucks did what the Bucks always do and hit a series of double team moves to turn it around, ending with Jack Perry joining in to hit a Hurricane Rana on Lethal as well. So, fast-paced action to start off this match. Matt Jackson hitting a series of Northern Light suplex across the ring before suplexing Lee Johnson into Blake Christian. We saw Blake Christian hitting a flying storm on Jack Perry, Death Valley driver, before Lethal flew off the ropes with a flying elbow as well. A lot of super kicks happened soon after that. And then we saw Blake Christian and Lethal on floor while Bucks hit the metal driver on Lee Johnson for the pinfall victory. So again, a very good trios match for the Bucks to start off Collision. Mina Shirakawa and Kris Statlander was backstage. Shirakawa said that she told Stat to just look out for Shida. Stat said that no one liked being told that and that their match tonight to qualify for the TBS Championship survival of the fittest match would end the same way as their last match with Statlander winning. Harley Cameron interjected and said that she wanted to see a clean fight, and they shook hands as well. So again, hyping up the qualifying match. So next up is Mina Shirakawa versus Kris Statlander survival of the fittest qualifying match. Both ladies started the match with some basic grappling. Shirakawa hit a DDT on Stat and a crossbody from the top rope. Then she hit a shotgun dropkick on Statlander for a very close 2 count. Stat then hit a Michinoku driver for a 2 count. We saw Shirakawa then countered out of a Saturday Night Fever and hit a La Mystica before starting to exchange pinfall attempts. Stat countered one into a pinfall and get the win. So again, a flash pin for Stat, and she qualifies for the survival of the fittest match for the TBS title. Jack Perry was backstage and challenged Zack Sabre Jr. to a match, noting that the first time he ever had a drink at a bar with Sabre, but when they go for drinks this time he would be buying, as the winner should always buy. So we get the confirmation of that match happening on Dynamite as well. Next up, Hurt Syndicate in action. Mason and Johnson had a game plan beating on Bobby Lashley with quick tags, but Lashley no sold it and destroyed both their opponents as well. Benjamin hit the running knee in the corner and a super kick, and Lashley hit the spear, and the Hurt Syndicate wins this match. Post-match, MVP grabbed the mic and said the match was a commercial for what they could do. MVP said they didn't want the championships, they want to make money. So from there on out, they are businessmen and they want to hurt people, bring a bag of cash, and they will bring the pain. So again, interesting direction for Hurt Syndicate now. They are going for the money instead of going for the championships. So let's see who their first feud is gonna be against. Skyflight were backstage. Christopher Daniels announced that Dante Martin was going to face Mystico, and Daniels also announced that Mike Sydal was back in AEW after injury, and Skyflight had his back. Sydal said that he promised he was going to take it to the higher heights than ever before, and now he's gonna do it again. So again, very good to see Matt Sedal coming back to AEW. Nigel McGuinness welcomed Tommaso Ciampa and Jericho to the ring for the face-off. Jericho said he knew who Ciampa was, and he said that he was certain they were going to face off at some point since Ciampa came to AEW. Ciampa said that this was the Jericho that he wanted, and he wanted Jericho to invite all his friends to AEW Beach Break in Clearwater, Florida, and he was going to prove he was better than Jericho. And we get the confirmation of that match. Jericho accepted this and said they would wrestle. Then Jericho punched Ciampa and went for the lion tamer, but Ciampa low blowed him and sent him crashing into the ring steps. Jericho came up bleeding and Ciampa screamed that this isn't a game, you bit off more than you can chew, before hitting a running knee that laid out Jericho in the ring. So again, at Beach Break on July 8th, Ciampa Jericho match is official. Pretty much looking forward to that match as well. A recap video of Cape Kid attacking Shota Umino at Dominion and how Pac sent Kid to attack Umino. Umino accepted the challenge of Pac for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship match at Forbidden Door. I think so it's gonna be a fantastic match between these two. Next up is Dante Martin versus Mystico. Mystico was incredibly over with this audience, which always makes for a fun match when he shows up. Mystico and Martin shook hands and then started grappling. Martin hit two tope suicida. Mystico hit a Yuzugiri and then hit a tope suicida on Martin as well. Martin hit a DDT to the leg of Mystico. We saw Martin hit a hard chop and dropped Mystico on the mat. Mystico reversed an Irish whip and hit a power slam. Then went up top, but Mystico cut him off with a Spanish fly for the 3 count. So again, impressive victory for Mystico. And I'm pretty much looking forward to which match Mystico will be involved in for the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. The demand were backstage. Ricochet claimed that Konosuke Takeshita was afraid of him and that if they were to wrestle right now, he would take the international title from Takeshita. Ricochet said that Matt Sydal is back, and when he actually remembers how to wrestle, Ricochet would be happy to give him some airtime. So I'm pretty much looking forward to when this match will happen. The former tag team partners in New Japan, Ricochet, Matt Sydal. The Dogs were backstage and talked about Copen Cage. Finley claimed that he has been in the business for 33 years, being born into it, and he learned everything he needed. Finley said that he was going to teach them a lesson rather than learning from Copen Cage. And Connor said that Dogs were going to put Copen Cage down and take the World Tag Team Championships. So again, it's gonna be a very good match at Forbidden Door for the tag titles. Next up is Pac versus Jay Alexander. Moxley is on commentary for this one. Pac was quicker, hitting the ropes and taking his head off with a lariat. Shafir attacked Alexander on the floor. Pac hitting running kick and Alexander and a shotgun drop kick before hitting the ropes hard and nailing another lariat and applying the brutalizer to get the submission victory. So again, a Pac tuning up before his match against Shota Umino for the Global Heavyweight Championship at Forbidden Door. Thunder Rosa was backstage, addressed Divine Dominion and said she was going to bring a partner from CMLL to challenge them for a tag title match at Forbidden Door. And later we get the confirmation it's gonna be Olympia and Thunder Rosa versus the Divine Dominion for the women's tag titles at Forbidden Door buy-in. So again a very good match announced for the pay-per-view. Next up is Zack Sabre Jr. in action against Adam Priest. Sabre immediately showed his technical skill in this match. We saw Sabre stomped on the biceps of Priest, but Priest responded with a hard forearm and hard chops that sent Sabre to the apron. Priest and Sabre were exchanging strikes in the middle of the ring when they came back from commercial, and Sabre ate a DDT for a very close 2 count. We saw Sabre countered things with his own submission, screaming in pain as Sabre trapped the arm of Priest and twisting it with his feet. That looks nasty. Priest hit a chop block, then a quick transition from a submission, and that was the final submission on which Adam Priest tapped out, and Zack Sabre gets an impressive victory before his match against Jungle Jack Perry on Dynamite. We saw Chris Jericho backstage covered in blood and thanked Ciampa for what he did, but said that he wouldn't be thankful for what happens next. So again, it's gonna be a fantastic match at Beach Break between Ciampa and Jericho. And in the main event, the semi-final of the Owen Cup women's side, Athena Maya World. My God, this was one hell of a match. These two have a great chemistry. Maya World was determined to her ability in this match, and Athena did a wonderful job selling for her to make her look dangerous. World and Athena exchanged a lot of holds and counters that were very cool, including a few I have never seen before. Maya World and Athena battled on the apron, with World hitting a forearm that sent Athena to the floor. We saw Maya World hit an uppercut for a 2 count and then a Hurricane Rana and a roll up before hitting a stomp. Went to the middle rope and hit a moonsault for a 2 count. Maya World hit a bridging power slam, floated backwards and hit a second one for a 2 count. Athena and then Maya World exchanged a series of attacks on the floor that were countered until World sent Athena into the guardrail. Athena and World battled on the guardrail and Athena hit a Uranagi on World, who crashed from the guardrail to the floor. That looks brutal. Then she pulled World into the ring and said, "You think about your brother and hit me." So that fired up Maya World and she started hitting forearms and ate a suplex as well from Athena at that point. Athena hit the O face, but World kicked out at 2. That was the closest kick out, and the crowd going nuts at this point. Athena hit 2 super kicks, saying that she was sorry and loved her, but went for another forearm. But Maya World countered into a seat belt pinfall and managed to get the pinfall victory and shocking the crowd and winning this match and going to the finals of the Owen Cup. This was a prime example of doing something wonderful from Maya World. Out of nowhere, she is in the final of the Owen Cup and going to the Forbidden Door to face Mercedes. So Mercedes came down to the ring, hugged World as well, and then Athena attacked Maya World from behind, and Athena and Moné beat down Maya World, getting huge heat from the crowd as well. So I think so it's a great way to end Collision, getting the heat on Mercedes, and Maya World will be the baby face coming back from behind, and it's gonna be a fantastic match between Maya World and Mercedes in the finals of the Owen Cup on women's side. So that's the end of the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.